We're in Rocky Mountain National Park. We turned on Old Fall River Road, access road. We just passed the Long Lake Trailhead, and we're coming up on the East Alluvial Fan parking lot. That's one of the parking lots where you can park to go up to the Alluvial Fan. I'll describe that more a little later as we talk about it. This is a small parking lot. There's a larger one on the other end. There's a trail here that leads up to the Alluvial Fan. Currently it's under construction, but you can use it. It's going to be a handicap accessible trail all the way up when they finish. The original trail was wiped out in 2013 with a large rain that washed out the trail, so they've been rebuilding it ever since. The Alluvial Fan was created when Long Lake Dam burst in July 15th, 1982. And the original creek coming down, or actually roaring rivers, what they call it, coming down from the mountains from Long Lake, changed its course and dumped all of these boulders all through here, and silt all washed down from the mountains. And you can see out the window when we get up here the path where it came down and just deposited all of these boulders all through here. And this is where the original river ran under the road, and it just totally washed out the road and everything. It shows the Alluvial Fan right after the dam broke and all the boulders that were scattered about. This aerial view goes up the roaring river to the Long Lake Dam, and you can see the dam breach right there in the middle where it broke. And they've if you look here, this is where the river ran under the road, and this is where it was just deposited all this debris and stone, rocks, boulders. And you can look out this window and you can see where it went on down the hill there, just depositing rocks and boulders and debris. And so we're going to go on down here to show you the new path after the 2013 flood. This all happened in 82. But then and they rebuilt the river under the road, rebuilt the road. But then in 2013, when the flood came, it again altered its course, washed out the road, and so they built this new, this is the new path that the river took. So they put this new cemented in culvert underneath the road and shored up the shores and made this the new path, because it was the path the river chose coming down. They've been building a new trail going up to the Alluvial Fan and the river, and now you can look right here at this sign. It says West Alluvial Fan parking lot. That sign was 6 foot off the ground back before this 2013 flood, and all this debris was deposited all through here from that flood. So we're going to get out and take a little walk up there. They've got the bridge complete going over the river up there on the trail, and we're going to go take a walk and check it out. They do have a nice picnic area here and vault toilet. I'll show you the whole picnic area and then we'll park. It's on both sides here of the vault toilet. It's a nice area. Kids can kind of run around and play a little bit. Good spot to have a picnic. In this particular area, this parking lot is open year-round, except for when they need to plow the road. But it is a year-round open area. So let's take a walk. As you can see, they're still constructing the trail access up the hill. They told us to come up right over here to get up to the new trail area. This is also going to be a handicap accessible trail. So it's going to be nice and flat, smooth. They do have a high water advisory. The water could rise quickly if a rainstorm came through. As you can see the stream running there. I'm calling it a stream, but of course the technical name is Roaring River. You can see how it flows down now under the nice new culvert. Hopefully what they've done here will prevent the road from being washed out in future heavy rainstorms where the water really picks up, or in the spring snow runoff. The trail is actually over there, but we're walking up here so you can see the stream coming down. You can see to the right side of the stream how very powerful the water was when it came down in 2013, depositing all those boulders up through those trees. In the first flood in 1982, after the flood, almost none of these trees were here. It was just flattened out, and it was just a big boulder field. I'm going to show you a few pictures of the damage from then. And then I'm going to show you some photographs of the damage from the 2013, where the river redirected its course. As the debris field came down out of the mountains in 2013, it filled up the natural flowing path of the river. And as it filled it up through there, the river took this course. It took the path of least resistance. And we have the stream as we see it today. So now here's the pictures from the 2013 aftermath. You can see how it tore out the road, washed it out. Okay, now back to the new path. We're going to go on up here. Of course, they say this path is going to be handicap accessible. I imagine they're going to put some asphalt down. And so they've built a nice approach to the bridge. Let's go on up on the bridge and take a look. This is a new bridge since 2013. There was an older existing bridge here, and I think you can still see remnants of where that bridge started. There's a little further up the river from where we are now. Only about 30 feet. And there you can see that cement farm right there is where the other bridge was attached. And of course it was as high as this one is off of the water back before the flood of 2013 that deposited all this additional rocks and boulders in the river, washed out the bridge that was there, and now they've built this new one. And as you can see, they're still working up there for the other East Alluvial Fan parking lot trail coming up here, and you can get up there at the end of the trail where you see those two people walking there right past that boulder. When you zoom in a little bit, that's where the other trail comes out, and there's actually a lookout point there that has a little information sign talking about the flood. And then people scramble around on the rocks and go all the way up to the river up there. So let me walk up there a little bit further. All right, I'm going to walk through here and go a little further until someone tells me I can't. I mean, we are in a construction zone. I'm going to go around this backside to avoid this front end loader that's doing all this work. As you see, they're moving boulders around, getting the trail reconstructed.
There's a mixed bag though. There's one guy was pissed about it. He was psyched.
So this is the Roaring River coming down. It is a beautiful spot up here. And as I've said before in videos, the sound of a brook or a river running downhill is very relaxing. Cindy's waiting on the bridge down there. I did tell you there's a information board over here. I'm going to go take a look at it. Well, while they're continuing to make a trail, this is the trail that goes back down to the east parking lot. And here is the information board about the Long Lake flood. It talks about the dam felling at 5:30 a.m. 1982. Releasing 29 million gallons of water. And then it talks about how the floodwaters went down. And then another dam failed at the Aspen Glen campground just north of it, Cascade Lake Dam. Cascade Lake sits at the end of Horseshoe Park, close to one of the popular campgrounds. Here you can see the dam with the control house that controls the gate valve on the dam. This is what it normally looks like. And here it's shown with 4 feet of water rushing over the top of the dam. And it took about 15 minutes and it collapsed. And there's the campground. And then at 8:36, 6-foot deep floodwaters went through the town of Estes Park. And then by 8:47, Olympus Dam at Lake Estes contained all those floodwaters. So this is a nice little walk. It's certainly worth seeing. So I hope you enjoyed this little walk in the park. Up to Roaring River Falls. When you come to Rocky Mountain National Park, be sure to come here and visit. As always, we want to thank you for watching our videos on our channel. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your friends. And we'll see you next time for our next RV adventure.